Okay, so I was getting the error. Okay, yesterday actually we were trying Cassandra, right? So I was getting this error, right? And I found the one solution. Okay, so very straightforward solution I found. If you are getting this error, right? If anybody is getting this error, right? Whenever it is saying already the connection closed something, okay? So we don't need to do anything else. Just remove this Cassandra some temporary file. Okay. So this we delete it and then we can start our CQLSH. Okay. So we'll see that like when we start the CQLSH, so it is it is starting the MySQLSS shell. Okay. So this is a Cassandra 4.1.3 version. Okay. So I already given the steps, the Cassandra data stacks, right? So follow that one. Might be you should not get the error, but if you get the error, something like connection, to try this thing. Okay. So install Cassandra on Ubuntu. So follow on data stacks is there. So data stacks, you follow the data stacks. So this installing Apache Cassandra, and there is a version 4. Cassandra 4 syntax. Yeah, these are the steps. Follow this one. Here is Ubuntu installation links. This one is there. Installing Debian package. So start from here. This one, and then this start and check your Cassandra is this node tool status or CQLSH command line prompt you check. If it works fine, okay. Otherwise, if you're getting some connection issue, connection refuse error, then you follow this link, okay. So I'm pasting both the links. You can try. This is the Cassandra installation. And another one is if you get this error, if you get error, the connection refused. Okay. Yesterday I was trying, but no solution was there. But suddenly I got this link and it worked out. Okay. Now first we see how to learn Cassandra, right? Because Cassandra is NoSQL database. Okay. So Cassandra tutorial points you can go, and there is a Cassandra tutorial. Okay. So Cassandra is a NoSQL database. We know already MongoDB we have seen, right? MongoDB is a NoSQL database. So Cassandra is a NoSQL database and it's a different from the SQL database. We already seen what is the difference between the SQL and NoSQL databases. Okay. So we can understand the Cassandra is horizontal scalable, right? We can share the data across the machines in the Cassandra, but Cassandra has peer-to-peer architecture. What is peer-to-peer architecture? It's not master slave. If you know HBase is a master slave, our MongoDB is a master slave, Hadoop is a master slave, but here the Cassandra is a peer-to-peer architecture. So peer-to-peer architecture, if you search peer, so Cassandra has peer-to-peer distributed system. So every node has information about the another node. So every node has, like if I say replication on the another adjacent node, so that data is replicated on the adjacent node. So any point of time, like if one node is down, the data will be taken from the adjacent node and peer-to-peer architecture. Okay, so Cassandra has some terminologies are there. So Cassandra, like node, right? Node is a place where the data is stored. Data center is a collection of nodes. This is the general term, not related to Cassandra. Cluster is also a general term, like cluster is a component that contains one or more data centers. So the cluster can have more than one nodes, right? Cluster. So we can say 100 node cluster, 10 node cluster, 20 node cluster. So depending on the number of node size, right, we can define the cluster. So the Cassandra has other terminologies like commit log, MAM table, SS table. Okay. So MAM table we understand first. So you know in the HBase there is a memory storage area and disk storage area. So memory storage area is the MAM storage there in the HBase, and disk storage we have H file. Here is a MAM storage is memory storage area is called MAM table. So MAM table is a memory resident data structure. So once the data comes, here data comes initially in the commit log. So commit log is a crash recovery mechanism, like whenever the data is uh, going to store in the disk, right? Before going to disk, it comes in the commit log. So you know, right, in the HBase there is a wall, right? Write ahead log. So similar thing is there in the Cassandra is a commit log. And from the commit log, the data will be written to the MAM table. And after MAM table, the data will be written to the SS table, right? So finally, the disk storage area is SS table, okay? So that is disk storage area, okay? That is SS table. And Bloom filter is a general technique. It's HBase is also having Bloom filter. Okay, Cassandra is also having Bloom filter. It's like a algorithm, like some data which is very frequently accessed, right? So if the data is very frequently accessed, so what Cassandra does, it is keeping it as a Bloom filter. It is setting as a like a special kind of cache. So whenever you retrieve again, so you will be getting the data from the Bloom filter, right? So it's a kind of algorithm which is making it data retrieval faster in Cassandra. The same thing is there in the HBase. The purpose of the Bloom filter is same because it's the algorithm and the same algorithm over there, okay, in HBase. So Bloom filter is a concept, okay. Now next thing is that is a data model, right? So when we come to the data model, right? So the high level in Cassandra, we have cluster, right? So cluster is set of nodes, right? We have machines are there and the replicas are there. So that is a general terminologies, like cluster is a set of machines together and we have the nodes, right? And next thing comes in the cluster is key space. So we know, right, database is a container, right? In the any SQL or NoSQL databases, we call it database. So here is the name is not database. Here is a key space. The key space is a container, right? We have a tables and tables are stored in the key space. Okay. So key space is the outermost container for data in container in the Cassandra. So, so first, when I'm going to create a table in Cassandra, I need to, when I'm going to, when I'm going to create a table in Cassandra, I have to create a key space. The first thing I have to do in Cassandra, that is a key space. I have to create a key space. And once I create a key space, then I will create a tables in key space. So how to create a key space? Create key space command is there, key space name. And here is the replication type is there. How many different types of replication strategy are there? So one is a simple strategy there, one is a old network topology strategy is there, one is the network topology is there. So we can use simple strategy and we can define the how many replication factor you want to do. The replication factor 3 means the 3 replicas will be created. Okay. So we can create a database while creating a key space. That time we define the replication strategy and replication number, right? How many number of replicas I want to store in different node. So I can define by using the replication factor. So when I'm creating a database by using the key space, right? The key space is database in the Cassandra, and we have to define the like replication and replication with the class as a strategy and the replication factor. Okay, so I can create a database like key space. Okay, so Cassandra column family database. Okay, so if we look at Cassandra is what type of category of NoSQL database? There are many NoSQL database types are there. So NoSQL database types and what CAP theorem is followed. So if we see CAP theorem in Cassandra, like what are the properties? What are the properties followed by the CAP theorem in the Cassandra? So if you look at any this CAP theorem, so you will find where the Cassandra lies. So Cassandra lies here, availability and partition tolerance. So Cassandra has these two property of the CAP theorem, right? And MongoDB lies in the CP, consistency and partition tolerance. Okay. So these two properties are making it Cassandra as a NoSQL database. Okay. So in this data model, right? Like so column family. Okay. So column family is a container of order collection of rows. Okay. So it's similar to the HBase, right? So we have set of columns together. Okay. So in Cassandra, although the column families are defined, the columns are not. Okay. You can freely add any column or any family at any time. So here is no restriction on the column data type, right? You can add any it's a schema less. It's a schema less. We don't need to define any schema. It's not having a fixed schema. Okay. And we can add dynamically anytime any column value we can add. Okay. So it's like a schema less. Okay. And next thing comes in the every column and there could be any number of columns like you can use it. So every rows can have different columns and different column values. Okay. So there is no fixed column is there, right? If I say column 1 is common in both the row, but column 2 and 3 you see that is in the row 2, row 1, but not in the row 2. Row 2 is column 4 is there. So this is the property of the, you can freely add any column or any column family, any place. Okay. Any row. Okay. So this is the same thing in the HBase. Okay. And next thing is the column is there. Column is basically defining the column data type and column value, right? So column is defined. Okay. So column name is there and column value is there. Okay. So one super column is a special column. It is also key value pair, but the super column is stored the map of the sub column. Okay. And other thing is in the Cassandra, right? We can store the collections also. Okay. I will show here what are the different types of SQL collection, right? So we can use set, list, map, we can store the data. Okay. So there is no relationships are there. There is no joins are there in the Cassandra. Cassandra doesn't have any join. Okay. Now next thing installation we have done. So we come to the shell command. So shell command, we have a different type of category commands are there. So when we start our CQLSH, so first thing is like you can check your health. Okay. You can start with health. Okay. So it is giving you the list of all commands, right? Create key space, alter key space, alter table, alter type. So these are the all different shell commands and CQLS help. Okay. So this is listing of all the help commands are there. Okay. Capture is you can add into a file, like if you want to write the data from the file, so you can write the data from the file also. So there is a capture is there. So when we type any command in the terminal, the output will be captured by the file and then we can get the data. Okay. So capture on or off is there. Okay. If I don't want to, so we can turn off the capture off. So when we do capture off, so we can turn off. So there are this commands are there, consistency. If I just give this word, so I will see what is the consistency label is there. Okay, even I can check the consistency, or I can increase or decrease consistency. So current consistency level is a 1, right? Consistency level 1 means concurrent request, right? Like, okay, so it's a current consistency level is 1. Okay, how many concurrent requests can update the Cassandra database table? Okay, so copy command is copies the data from Cassandra to a file, so export kind of thing. So if you have some table, so emp table to write into the file. Okay, so just you have the data, then we can try it. Okay, I'll show this one. So if I have the data in my emp table, and you want to tell these many fields data you want to write into some file, so you can export it, right? So this is kind of copy is like export command. Okay, describe. So we have a describe command, right? So describe is basically show the schema. Okay, let's create a table first. Okay, create a database, right? So first time we are going to create a key space. So if I'm going to create a key space, so create key space command is there. Okay, so if I want to create a new key space, so I want to create a new key space, so I can define create key space, and I can define the this class and replication factor. So write it down. So here, okay, let me keep it same database. So I'm just creating a key space, a new key space I'm going to create. So I'm going to create a key space. So what warning is coming? I think key space is created. So if I see describe key spaces, can you see my key space? So these are the system key spaces. These are the already defined key spaces used by the Cassandra. And this key space is I created just now. So any key spaces, right? I want to see, right, how many key spaces are there. So here is not list command is not there, like show databases or show tables, right? So here describe command is used to see the key spaces. Okay, particular key space information you want to see, actually this describe command is multi-purpose. Same describe command, you say key space, and then you give your key space name. Okay, so what it will do, so here you just told here describe key space, this is a very general command, there is no key space name. But when you give the key space name, and then you say it is talking about my key space name, my key space, like the key space which I have created. The particular key space, create key space command, it is telling what is our application strategy, what is our application factor, and what is a durable rights is by default true, right? So this all information is coming by this. Okay, so second command we tried, describe key spaces. Okay, next is describe key space. Just remember here is no key spaces, it's a key space, and then you have to give the key space name. Okay, so this key space command we have seen. Next is, once we, these all commands are here also, describe key spaces and durable right. By default, the durable right property is set true, you already seen. However, you can set it to false, but you cannot set this property to simple strategy, because simple strategy cannot take a durable right false, right? So you have to use some other durable right property you have to use. So you can verify whether durable right property of the test key space was set to false, right? So we can check like all the key spaces I want to check, right? Okay, system schema dot key spaces. So it will tell about, if you do this select command on this system schema, okay, so system schema table is there. There have all the key spaces details, right? So this command is a general command, and this command, when you write this command, so this command will be telling you all the key spaces, all the details. So all are defined by the simple strategy. So that is the reason durable right is, where is the durable? Okay, durable right is true because it is using the simple strategy. So simple strategy you can use by default is a durable right. You cannot make it false. But if you want to create a durable right false, so you have to use some other strategy. So simple strategy is like single node machine strategy. Like when you are having a single node, so you can use simple strategy, because network topology is used like when you have multi-node cluster, right? So here is no multi-node cluster. So we are using a simple strategy. Okay. So this is a command for checking the details of the our key space. Okay. So more details of the key space we can see. Suppose I want to use my key space. So same use command. So you will see when you use this command, use command, and this command when you run, so you will see your key space will be in use. So after that, you will see your key space is coming here, right? So now in this key space, like once you use, okay, so I want to check, I want to, okay, here. Okay, first we check all the other command of the key spaces. Okay, alter key space. Alter key space is, suppose you want to modify your key space, either class you want to modify, or application factor you want to modify, or durable right you want to modify. So you can do the alter key space command. So alter key space command is basically changing the applications, right? You can change the application, you can change the anything you can change. So alter key space and key space name, and whatever application or something you want to change, just add alter key space. Okay. So if you want to run this command, so you have to change the correct key space name. Okay. So if you give the key space name, so our key space name is tutorial point. So if I modify this key space, we modify my key space. Maybe there is some restriction it will allow or not allow. Let's see. Your application, it is again warning. But if I see again my this command, select start from the key space. So if you see here, my tutorial point key space. So this is a network topology. So it is altered, right? So this key space is altered now, right? So even we can make it durable right false or anything, you can change the key space. Okay. So we can change the key space, right? Alter, right? Okay. And another thing is we can drop the key space. So if some key space is not being used, so drop key space name, very simple command. So like we are dropping kind of database, right? So we can drop the key space. Okay, if I do select star from the key spaces, so I'm not able to see the key space. Okay, so this key space is deleted. So if I want to create again key space, so I have to use the create key space. command to create a key space. Okay. See that my key space is created. Okay. So once the key space we can create, we can alter, we can drop, and we can describe. Okay, so 4 commands are there with the okay. So next is we come to the create table. Now we have key space, and I want to create a table in the key space. So there is a create table. So create table syntax is same as a SQL syntax. So first we do the use command to use key space. We already there, and create table we have simple create table command. But here in the create table command, you have to use the ID is a primary key, int primary key, and the text is a varchar. Here is a text. Okay. And we have var int, variable int, or simple int also we can use. So it is almost the data type similar to the like SQL, but here some changes there in the text data type. Okay. So I want to create a table in the my key space. So if I so describe table again, describe is basically show tables. Okay. When you say describe tables, but this describe is showing the table here, right? Particular database you should use, right? So describe table and say the table name EMP. Then it will be telling you the, it will be describing the table, right? It will be describing the table EMP only, because it is talking about what is table field you created. But there are many other fields like Bloom filter, all those things, compression, compaction. So these are the default values are added. You are not giving these values. These are values are given automatically when the table is created. Okay. So these are the different values which are related to compression, man table, and extension. A lot of things are there. So in background, like it is maintained, right? It is maintained with any particular table. Okay. So while creating table, we are not specifying anything. If I specify these properties with our own values, it will be overridden. But I'm not giving these values, so it is not overridden. It is taken as a default value. So once the table is created, so we have created a create table. Okay. So create table is basically creating a table. So table is creating create table command. So this is the command to create a table. So till here, we have done key space. Now the table related command. One is create table command and describe tables command. So describe tables will be showing all the table in that particular key space. So describe tables and describe tables, describe tables, describe table and table name. So this will be describing the table of particular table. Okay. So far we have done create a table and see the list of the tables and particular table structure. Okay. Alter table like you want to add or drop column. So there is alter table name, add new column, data type. Okay. So we can add a new column, right? Like, okay, already EMP text, EMP email is not there. So I added a one new column, EMP email. Suppose I want to drop a column. Let's add a column and drop a column. Okay. So this one, I'm adding a one column. Not to write a syntax. So while copying that this is coming, so it should not come. Okay. Either you should have in 2 lines or 1 line is not a matter, but it should not have this triple dot. One triple dot will automatically come when the new line it will come. But if triple dot is already there and then another triple dot is coming, means that is wrong. So this is added. Okay. If you see the describe command, so you will come to know your describe table EMP. So you will see here one emp email text is added. Now you want to drop, right? So you want to drop, so drop command is there. So simple alter table name, table, and drop column, column name. So suppose emp email, like same column, I don't want to use it. So this column I'm going to drop. So this one, I want to drop it again. I don't want to use it. So I'm doing drop it. Okay, it simply drop. Now I will check again. So emp email is not there. Okay. So these are simple command you can practice, right? Because these are the alter command. Drop table is related to entire table to drop, right? So drop table emp, it will drop the table. Okay. Okay. If you want to see any column families, okay. So if you say, so it is showing any table is exist or not exist. So if I say describe column family, so my emp is table itself is a column family. So if I drop the table, you will not see any column families, means table you will not found. So when your table is dropped, after that you can check whether your table is deleted or not. Okay, you can do, or otherwise describe tables you can do. So when you do describe tables, describe tables, so you will see all the tables list, right? I mean, right now both are coming same, right? So when you drop the table, you will be, so either you say column families or tables, both meaning is the same table right here. Okay. So describe column family and table. So we are doing this. And truncate table. So truncate command and or drop command, drop table will drop entire table. Your data will be deleted as table schema will be deleted. But truncate will remove entire data, but table still will be there. So truncate the table. So you will see after truncating, your data will not be rolled back. Okay. So truncate table, when you give this command, so you will see entire data is removed. Okay. And in the Cassandra, we can create indexes also. So create index name on EMP. So in EMP database, I want to create an index. So simple command is a create index on. So instead of EMP, we have EMP1. EMP1, we have EMP. So now index is created. Okay. So these commands, okay. So what other commands we tried? This one, drop command. So alter table drop and create index. Okay. So create index command is basically creating an index. So you can create an index, you can drop an index, you can alter the index. So same thing is here in the drop index is there. Batch command. Batch command is like when you have multiple statement together you want to run, like insert statement, update statement, delete statement. So you can use the batch statement. Okay. So batch statement, what it will do, it will be running the statement in a batch. So suppose this command, so I will start a begin batch, and after the begin batch, I will be saying like I want to first insert a row. So I want to insert the row. I'm saying this insert emp this, and I say update the salary of emp id 3. Then I'm saying delete this row. Second, so this delete is not deleting the row, it is deleting the city. If I'm giving delete from table name, then it will delete the entire row. So in the SQL, we don't have this kind of feature, right? We cannot make any particular column value. We cannot make it null, but here in the Cassandra, we can do. So suppose particular row 2, I want to say this particular city value, I want to make it null. By using the delete command, I can do. Okay. But in SQL, we cannot do. SQL, generally, we use a delete from table, right? So this is a complete batch command. Okay. So first, we populate the data in our table, then we will run the batch. Okay. So create data. So we have to insert the data in our Cassandra table, EMP table. So I'm having a like insert statement. Okay. So first I'm adding an insert statement. So 3 insert statement is there. The first insert statement is writing a row 1. The second is insert statement writing to row 2. This is the first row is added. Second row is, this is the second row, some value. Okay. And the third one is, this is the third row. Okay. So once the data is added, all 3 rows. Okay. So once the data is added for all 3 rows, so how will you check the data? It's a very simple select query command. So select command. So all the commands are SQL command only. Select star from create table, insert command. Everything is a SQL only. Select star from EMP. Then you can see your data is coming. Now we apply the batch. Okay, so we have 3 rows data, and now we are going to apply the batch. So the batch is going to write a 4th row, update the third row, third ID, and delete the second ID city, like null value. So I copy this begin batch and apply batch. So this entire command, I will paste it. And now I will do select star from table. Okay. So can you see here, the 4th row is added, right? And second row, the city has become null. And third row, what we change is, and update the rows for the salary 5,000 for EMP ID 3. So for EMP ID 3, the salary is 50,000. Okay. So earlier salary for the row 3, employee 3, 45,000. So it is updated. So can you see here the number of statement you can apply? Not only 3, you can give as many as statement you can give in the batch. So batch is like, it's like bulk load, bulk insert update delete. So you can do bulk insert update delete by using the batch command. Okay. So this is the we can create a data and then we can apply. So update data is like one single update command you want to run. So single update command, you can use the update table, EMP set, then you can do the single update command. Okay, that is same like a SQL. Read data. Read data is a simple select command. So this is same select command, select star from table, right? You can write a select command. Where clause you can write like, okay, I want to get the employee salary 50,000 data. Okay. So when I write this query, so wherever the employee salary column has salary 50,000, I will get that row. So how many rows are there? Let's start from EMP. It might involve data filtering. Allow filtering. Use allow filtering. Actually, something we have to enable. This kind of message not coming. Okay, so we have to check what is this allow filtering. Cassandra. So starting from the Apache Cassandra, right, we have this property. So to reject select query with allow. Okay. So this property is added. So in the cassandra.yml file, there we have to, what is the default value? Provide the table query. So enabled false, allow filtering, enable equal to false, reject simple query with allow. So allow filtering without specifying a partition key for the query to require the coordinator node. So I have not created any partition key. Okay, let's see this EMP ID. It is allowing. If I say EMP ID, so the thing is, this is a partition key, actually EMP ID, distribution of the data. So it's saying if you are going to use any other column for filtering, right? So you have to, this allow filtering properties you have to change, okay? Then it will allow the other columns, okay? By default, employee ID, if you do, it will allow, okay, EMP name. Okay, name also allowing. Salary column is not aligned. Name, phone number. Okay, we'll see this property. So this is simply where clause you can use to use like filter the data. So when you want to filter the data, you can use the where clause in the select, okay? And delete the data. So delete from table. So delete from table you can do, or if you do delete EMP salary, so it will delete only that particular column value, it will delete. Okay, so entire row you want to delete, so you can delete from table. So I want to delete for row ID 4, and I say delete from. Okay, so if I do select, so my record is deleted. Okay, so these are the operations like CRUD operation on the database, like key space operations and table operations and create and read update data. And one more is SQL data type. So SQL data type is you can match here the data type. So all the data types is there, int data type is there, text is there, and varint is there. So variable type is varint, that can vary the length of the value of your column. So it will be using varint, okay? Varchar is there, and text we use, okay? And int, float, double, all are the same as the SQL type, okay? So there is no other change, okay? So, but mostly we use the where text, like whenever string type is there, where, but if you have the UTF-8 encoded string, so this is both are same, nothing is a difference. Another type is collection type, list, map, and set. So this collection type is basically avoiding the relationships. So when you go to the collections, so 3 collections are supported: list, set, and map. So list is like when you create a list type. So when you create a table with the list, email list, right? So the name is the primary key, and email list is a list of emails we can have as a list type. Multiple email we can store. Okay. So if I'm creating this data table, and data table, I have email as a list type. Can you see in the square bracket, I'm giving a 2 email IDs. So these 2 email IDs are basically these 2 email IDs. These 2 email IDs are the list of emails. So multiple emails I can store as a collection. Okay. So list I'm storing. Suppose I want to update one particular email. So I'm saying I want to add one more email ID, right? Because I have already 2 email ID when I inserted data, but I realize I have to add one more email ID. So one more email ID I have to add, so I can use update command and I can add. So I have to use like this. I have to update table, data is a table, and set email plus email. So I'm giving email is already a list, plus one more single email is in the list. Okay. So this email will be added to my collection, my existing collection. So this is basically going to add one more collection. And after that, you will do the select command. Select star from data. Okay. So you will see your 3 email IDs are there. If you want to drop any email, like you want to remove anything from the list, so minus command is there. So you can use minus so that you can remove. Set command is like set, you can create another table and like phone numbers. I can have a unique phone numbers. So set property is you can have the list of values. You have list of values. Those list of values are the unique values, right? So then we can say set. Okay. So set property is like you can have list of numbers, right? You want to store. So suppose I want to insert the data. So right now I added 2 phone numbers. So 2 phone numbers I added in the set. So if I do select star from data 2, so when I say this, I will get the, in the braces, I'm getting the 2. Here I'm getting in the square bracket because this is the list. And this is the set I'm getting in the 2. So you can add another element in the set. So same command, update command, plus command. And if you want to remove it, minus command, map. So map is like a key value pair. So suppose you are creating another table, data 3. So it has address field. So address is a map type. So time is time. Actually, this is not time is time. This should be a text type. Okay, so I create the table again. So I have to keep it both text type. Actually, this is a mistake here. This is not time is time type. So both are text type. So key is a text type and value is a text type. So I'm creating a both text type. Okay, I'm creating both text type. And this one, I'm adding a data. So what I'm doing, insert into data 3, name address. So I'm adding a 2 address, home address, my city, and home address, office address is another city. So like this, I'm adding my address. So key value pair kind of there. So 1 is key value. So here, if you see select star from data 3, so you will see here, it is also coming again braces, but difference is here single value. Here is a single value is a dictionary. Like in the map, you know, right? Dictionary value. So same like a dictionary value is coming key value pair. Okay. So this is a representation of the data in the table for collection. Okay. So same thing, you can update the map also. Okay. So you can use plus operator. Okay. So now how to integrate Spark with this is all done in the Cassandra. Okay. Only one thing is left, that is a SQL data type, right? You can create your own custom data type also. Suppose these are the by default data type, but suppose I want to create my own custom data type. So that is called user defined data type. So suppose I say one credit card data type I want to define. I want to use the credit card. So I can create a create type and card detail, because I know card has a very specific properties like card number, PIN number, credit card name, CVV number, card holder detail. So these all information are related to card detail. Same like I can create a type for the address also, because address I know house number and street, city, zip code, country. So I can create a type. So this type is created. So once the type is created, this type should be associated with the table, because this type should be belonging to the table. So you have to attach the type. This is a separate entity. You have created type once. Now this type you can add with a table. Okay. So this is just showing like how to describe the number of types, how to rename the field of the type. So this is specific to the type related CRUD operation, right? You can create, alter, update, you can do. But finally, when you want to add data, right, you want to add, so you have to attach this type to the table. So instead of in the table, you know, right, when you create a table, when you create a table, you give this data type. So instead of this data type, you will give the card type. Okay, so you define some column name you define. Okay, like you are defining some column name. Okay, card name like HSBC card. So HSBC card and card type. So just this data type you will change here, card detail type. Okay. Okay, I will show first. I just show to you the Spark one. So when we are connecting to the Spark, so we are going to use the Spark shell. Okay. So this is the Scala one, but we can do the same thing in the PySpark. Okay. So same command we can do in the PySpark. Okay. So we are creating a table already. This database is there. I will create a one table movie one. Okay. So I'm going to create a table in Cassandra movie one. Okay. So how many fields are there? 3 fields are there. So I created a table movie, which is having actor name, movie title, and produce year. Okay. And first I will connect to my Spark shell. I will start my Spark shell. Okay. This is Scala version, but we can find the Python. Okay. And I'm using a Spark 3. Right, this Scala based 2.12 Scala version, right? Spark. Okay. Yesterday I shown to you, right? There was an issue with the Mongo. So that is the reason I changed to my Spark version, Spark with the Scala version 2.12. Okay. So once my prompt will come, okay, my Spark prompt will come. So I'm creating a simple data frame. I'm creating a one data frame manually. I'm creating a data frame by using the rdd.parallelize, and I'm creating a data frame with the schema, and this data frame is ready. Here the data frame is ready. So it is a one row data frame. It is a one row data frame, right? So I'm just creating a one data frame. Okay. So I will show you how to read the data also from the Cassandra table. First, we are going to write the data. Okay. So I'm going to create a data frame. So once my data frame is created, I can see my data frame data dot show. Okay. So this is my data frame. So same like PySpark also, your data frame with 3 columns, it's coming. And these 3 columns are same as my table column, right? These are my table columns, right? If you see actor name, movie title, and produce year, right? So once my data frame is created, simply I have to go here and change my database. My key space name is tutorial points, and my table name is movie one. I created already movie one table. So I'm going to write my data frame, this movie df, I'm going to write in table movie one. So simply I'm going to run this. Okay, it may fail also. Actually, something related to durability, some error comes. Yeah, the same error. So fail to write this one. So not enough replicas available for query at consistency local column. So when this error. Okay, meanwhile, try first read operation. Suppose my other table is there, right? I have a EMP table. Okay, let's create another one. I'm going to read the data of EMP table. Okay. So host I'm using localhost. This is the local host, right? So EMP table and key space name is a tutorial point. Okay. So in same tutorial point key space, I'm going to read the data as a DF. Okay. So I'm going to read the data. So this is not giving a problem, right? If you see here, your 3 records data is coming. It's the same like here. If you do select query, select star from EMP. So you are getting the same data is here, right? This is the same data. So now the data is coming as a data frame, right? This data is coming as a data frame now. Okay. So this data is coming as a data frame now, and you are able to display. So only write is a problem. So for write, what we have to do? Actually, while creating a key space, we have to add some property. Create key space command. Okay, actually, when I created a key space, I didn't create like this. I didn't create like this, right? I created simple strategy this one. So I should space. Okay, we try new key space and use this key space. Okay. Now in this key space, I'm going to create a table, same movie one. Okay. So now I will change my command, what I run here, the write command. So I will change to tutorial point 3. Just now I created, and table name is same. Okay. My Spark. So I will run this. See, now I check my here, select star command movie one. So select star from movie one. So I'm able to see the data right in the Cassandra. So this data I have written using the data frame dot write, and I'm able to see the data. If I want to read this data in the Spark, so this command I will use, the whatever the df command, there is a select this one. So here I will change tutorial point 3, right? And the table name is movie one. Table name is movie one. Movie one. Okay. Now I check this df dot show. So now I will get this data. So I'm able to read and write both. Okay. So I will paste this command. Okay. Then you can check. Okay. Okay, so this one you practice, and tomorrow or Sunday we keep it class. Okay. Is it fine Sunday or Saturday? Because Saturday I have 11 a.m. already EST morning here. So I can do 9 o'clock. Otherwise on Sunday I can do at India time 8 o'clock, and US time is 9:30 EST. Okay.
Or 9:30
9:30 EST on Sunday.
Morning?
Morning. Yeah, morning. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.